if you've been following the situation the last couple days, then you know I received a notice from the DMV saying they were going to suspend my driver's license. And the reason they were going to do that is I canceled the insurance on my RV when I parked it, like, you know, semi-permanently where I'm staying. And apparently they sent the mail out, I don't know when, but it was dated February 24th, but I would guess they sent it out the 25th or the 26th. But mail in Florida and elsewhere has been like slow. Sometimes you don't get mail for 2 weeks overdue. And anyhow, I don't get mail on a regular basis. I get it when my daughter picks it up. So I got the mail from her Friday night, and it basically said that I had until midnight Monday, you know, Monday morning, Sunday night basically, Monday morning, midnight, to straighten this out or they would suspend my license, which basically gave me no time because Saturday, Sunday, they're closed. So I tried contacting them today, and of course no one's answering the phone. They're all saying, COVID, COVID, COVID. No one's answering the phone. You have to make everything by internet or by appointment. So then you go to their website to make an appointment, and of course appointments are like days or weeks away. So I checked all of the county to try to find the earliest date I could get in, and it's a couple days from now. And if you schedule the wrong type of appointment, they won't be able to help you. So, you know, I was like, I scheduled for reinstatement, license reinstatement, because I assume that's what it is, even though it had to do with vehicle registration, you know, tags and registration, because I didn't turn in the tag is what happened. I didn't know you had to, or they would suspend your license, even though you're not driving that vehicle and you have, you know, it's parked where it's not being driven. And you have insurance on the vehicles you do drive. But they suspend you anyways without notice, basically. They just send you a letter that says, final notice, you're suspended. You have to respond by this date. And they didn't really give enough time. It wasn't even a 30-day notice. It was like, I think about a 2-week, 3-week notice, but I didn't get it in time. You know, partially because of the situation of me not being able to check mail every day. So at this point, I'm trying to calm myself down because obviously I'm anxious because supposedly my license is suspended. I'm driving on a suspended license because there was no notice. Now, I'm going to go check the website. They have a website where you can check to see if you've been suspended yet, but supposedly it went into effect. But I can't even do anything about it because you can't go to the DMV. You can't call you call and there's no answer. Nobody's answering any phones. And you try to schedule the online thing, and some of them are like 2 or 3 weeks out. This is very frustrating. So I went ahead and scheduled my earliest appointment, you know, that I could get in. And meanwhile, I guess I keep driving, and then I just keep to check to see if I'm suspended and try to explain to the cop if he pulls me over. But, you know, we know how that goes. I'm like, well, the law is the law. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to follow your laws. I'm trying to follow your rules, which you didn't give me any time to respond. And then you don't even have your office open. Very frustrating. But, you know, some viewers were sending me some information, and I think they are trying to suspend not just the vehicle registration, but my driving privileges. I'm like, what the? All this because I parked an RV and I took the insurance off because I wasn't driving it and I was trying to save money during COVID. So that's what we're dealing with right now. I will keep you guys posted on it. As of right now, I'm going to try to calm myself down and maybe go for a nice long walk. Get myself calmed down, you know. I would say I'd go look at the manatees and the dolphins, but they're all dead here. It's like Brevard County, all the dolphins, I mean, all the manatees, I don't know about the dolphins, but I haven't seen any of them. I used to go out and see the dolphins and the manatees, and they'd swim up to me. Now I haven't seen them. All I see when I go is dead crabs, you know, the dead horseshoe crabs. They're all washing up dead. And I don't see the manatees and the dolphins, and there were some newspaper articles and TV articles saying that a whole bunch of manatees are dead in Brevard County. They all washed up in the river where they hang out, but they're all dead, and supposedly they're dead from starvation. that the water here had gotten so polluted that the seagrass wasn't growing, and the manatees they eat that. So yeah, Faith Walker says his insurance. I didn't read it real long because I'm driving right now, but something about some RV insurance can be turned on and off depending on whether or not you're driving it. But evidently, you know, I talked to the RV park manager where I'm staying, and he wrote me a letter saying that the RV was parked there, you know, since January. So I got that letter, and I got his business card to show that, look, I'm not making this crap up. You know, it was insured while I was driving it. I parked it there, and it's doing it, you know. So it's parked there indefinitely. I took insurance to save money. But you can't talk to a human is the problem. You know, if I could call and talk to a real human and explain, you know, if they're not really out to get me, you know, if it's just a computer thing where the computer says the RV, because it's a Class C camper, is considered a car, you know, it's considered a vehicle. And the computer flagged it as, hey, he has a vehicle that has an active tag and registration but no insurance. That may be what triggered it. But a human would be able to look at that and say, hey, you know, this is obviously a camper, and I have a letter and proof that, you know, people park RVs. They don't drive them like a car, you know, and then you park it, and if you're going to stay there 6 months, a year, whatever, you know, and you don't, you know, you're not going to insure it because you don't think it's worth the insurance coverage, then that's like normal, you know. People live in vehicles. People live in RVs that are parked at a park, and they live there for years. So a human hearing that and seeing the letter and stuff, you know, if they need proof, would probably wave it off. But this is Florida. This is the state of Florida, you know, the one that always hits the news for crazy stuff. So I don't know what's going to happen. I can't talk to a human for a while until I get my appointment. And when you go to the DMV site to do the appointment, it says schedule next appointment, and then you have to pick the office you want. So I was like clicking all of them to see which one had the earliest date, and all of them were off in the distance. And then I on a schedule for different licenses and car tags, registration, renewal, suspension, whatever. And I went ahead on it just has the words. So they can't help you. So you won't even know until you show up and talk to them if you scheduled the right kind of appointment. I'm assuming that reinstatement is what I'm after, to reinstate my driver's license, and I'll have to pay them a couple $100 or whatever the fee is they're going to penalize me for, which is bogus. But that's where we're at. So heads up for you guys. I don't know what it is in your state. God says this insurance allows them to turn me on and off. Mine, when I turned it off, sent a letter to the DMV and said, I'm going to insure Geico. Here, but when I went through insurance, I went through Geico, which is my insurance. Division supposedly that did RV. They said they don't really handle the RV part, you know, the automotive insurance for Geico. So I'm wondering if they give it out to a third-party company, you know, and it goes under the name of Geico, but it's not really Geico. It's a third party that, you know, that insures under the Geico banner. The rules are, because a viewer here looked up the thing, and it could be as high as like $500 to get stuff reinstated. And the issue is if they cancel your driver's license and you weren't even aware of it, you get pulled over for something, they could take you to jail. You know, that's what's messed up about it. There's virtually no notice. It's like the notice basically said, you're suspended. Like, why aren't you even giving me time to respond? And then you say that on the letter, on the notice, it says I can respond, I can go to the office. But then when you try to go to the office, they won't let you in. You have to schedule an appointment. When you try to schedule an appointment, it's weeks off into the distance. But the notice of suspension, it didn't give you any time. So I don't know. I guess I'm frustrated. So today I will be spending a lot of time walking. Walk off that frustration. And then pray that, I don't run into a cop who pulls me over. And if they do, they understand the situation. It's not a normal situation. So good luck to everybody. Be warned, if you cancel your insurance, probably applies to cars too. If you have a vehicle and you're canceling the insurance for whatever reason, you probably want to contact your DMV and make sure that you're in compliance, because evidently they just go ahead and start billing you and suspending your license without giving you any heads up. I learned the hard way. So don't let this happen to you. I hope everybody else is having a good day, staying safe, and we'll learn from this, just like I am. Until next time, everyone, take care. God bless you all. Please stay safe. Bye-bye now.